Hello.
Hi, it's us again. Clutter and
Chaos.
chaos.
And Mr. Kitty.
And this is episode 2.
Yay! We
Yay.
actually did a second one.
Yep. After the stunning response, I think we have
Back by Tiffany's demand.
11 viewers. We are back. So, shall we start off with what's
This is Mr. Kitty. That was Mr. Kitty.
the fast-moving gray blur? Yes, that's what he's known for. Oh, yes.
You want to start with your finished objects?
All right, we'll start with my finished objects. As you know, if you saw episode 1, Everything All Rainbows Match, I was making a bit of a rainbow cardigan, and I finished it. This is my rainbow cardigan. It is nice and warm and fuzzy, and I very much love it. At first I thought it didn't fit, but it does. So we are very happy with that. What? You're next?
I have finished a cross stitch.
Oh, it's backwards.
Oh, well.
Well, tell them what it says.
It says, if you're happy and you know it, it's your meds.
Meds. Okay. All right, back to me, huh?
Yep.
Another project I was working on when we did the last one was socks. Here's one sock, and ta-da! 2 socks! I made a pair of socks. So this was a fun project. These are vanilla socks by the Crazy Sock Lady, and I enjoyed it. So much so that you will hear about my sock endeavors later. Okay.
I don't have any more finished objects over here because I just can't. Oh, I made the dress a while ago, but yes.
Yes, this dress.
It is a circle skirt, the little bodice, and it's made of jersey fabric I got on Amazon. It's very cute. It's very comfortable too.
You've actually made more than just that one.
Yes, I made one with cactuses and a blue one.
Yes, a beautiful aqua blue one.
It's like robin's egg.
Robin's egg blue.
Aqua is more
aqua blue.
vibrant.
I don't know. Your aqua necklace goes.
Yeah,
pretty
it goes
well
with it.
all right.
Oh well.
Anyway, all right. My next project is I had just started my.
We gotta make sure we got the right side. This is the wrong side.
Wrong side.
So
my Kairuna shawl for the knit along, and here it is. And there we are again. And it is large. It is made out of 100% merino, and I enjoyed making it, although at the end it was very long. 400 and something stitches on one needle, and it took forever to get through. But you actually have a unfinished project.
yeah, I don't have it over here, but I also have my Kiruna. I got through the garter section that was very pink and switched to the blue lace, and then my brain stopped wanting to count, so I stopped.
Yes. It was kind of a case of the tortoise and the hare. The hare zipped through the garter stitch and then slammed into the lace and stopped, whereas the tortoise just plodded her way through and made it in time for the knit-along finish. All right. Anything else for you?
No, I don't have any other finished objects over here. I decided to only bring a couple projects over, so it's not just everything I've been working on in the last how many months?
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 months. Yeah, we've been our 1 month schedule kind of got all messed up. So the spinning that I was doing has kind of taken a back seat to the other knitting that I've been doing. So I haven't been spinning a whole lot. I have spun some, but I have to do a whole nother skein to finish off the vest for Dad. So that's kind of moved back a little. But what else have we got?
I have a little bit of my spinning because I got the drop spindle.
Oh, are you going to show your e-spinner?
It's over there.
So I'll plug it and haul it over here.
Maybe I'll take a video later and put it in.
Okay. All right.
But I got the drop spindle at the Powhatan Fiber Fest and did a little bit with that. And I liked it. But then I decided to get an e-spinner. And I made this, which is Superwash BFL for the colorful stuff, and then the white is undyed Corriedale. It's very soft and squishy.
Those are kinds of sheep.
Yes.
For the non-sheep people. And
I am making a scarf out of all the yarn I've hand spun. I have the very first attempt at the bottom, which is really awful to knit with. And it's been improving as it goes up.
So, yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be cool.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this e-spinner, tell them what it is.
It is a Vespera Gen 2 from Heavenly Handspun. It's a little wooden e-spinner. It's really cool.
It's an e-spinner is an electric spinner. Instead of sitting there treadling with your foot,
you just turn the knob and it spins on its own.
Zoom! Very fast, in my opinion. I'm very wary of these newfangled spinning things. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah. Let's see. So
it's your turn.
I have a new project that I started while I was doing everything else. I can't get enough, so I
cast-on-itis.
Cast-on-itis. Yes, I am very much the flirty project person. I am not what they call monogamous. So this is a project I started because I saw it. I had wanted, one of the things that I decided I wanted to do this year was learn to do color work. And so I said I would do a colorwork sweater. And then I saw on a video called The Meaningful Knitter, Mindful Knitter. She's from Denmark, and she's very good. She designs patterns. She's that good. But she had done this one pattern that had just 2 colors, and it seemed to be really simple. And I thought, I bet I could do that. So I got the yarn, and I have here the colored yoke for my Jennifer Steinglass Garden Gate sweater. It is black, and you can't really see well, but the contrast is gold. It is gold. Yeah, it blows it out a little. So I have now gotten past the color work in the body, and I am knitting down, and then it does a little roll hem thing, I think. No, it does a rib at the bottom. And then I have to put the sleeve, I have to knit the sleeves, and the sleeves have a little bit of color work down at the wrist. So that'll be nice. And this is made out of a very thin yarn called Holst Garnier, which is Danish, I think, for Holst yarn. And they mill it and they spin it, and I bought it from Denmark, which, you know, was very interesting because I had never ordered anything from Denmark, and it was a very simple process because I used my credit card, which may be the cause of some problems I had later with my credit card. However, we shall not speak of it. Let's just say what was is no more and has been moved on to other. All right, let's see, another project?
Yes. I also have,
yes,
the puppy dog sweater.
Your color work. Look at those puppy dogs.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Puppy dogs and little birdies for them to chase.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 2 more inches before I separate for the sleeves. And it's got this cute little progress keeper in it. It's shiny.
We likes our shiny.
Yes. It's a little annoying because the cable is kind of short for it because there are a lot of stitches.
Yeah, that's one thing when you're doing these top-down sweaters. There are a lot of stitches. I mean, like the cardigan I made was pieces. And so you were knitting something that was maybe this wide, and that was just it. You just knit back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But with these, you're going around the whole body of the work, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, my next thing, remember I spoke of the sock. Now, there is a podcaster called Crazy Sock Lady who did the vanilla sock pattern that I used for the pink and gray socks. And every summer, she does a summer sock camp for the past 2 years. This is the 3rd year. And basically what summer sock camp is you break up into groups according to how you like to make your socks. There's multiple ways. DPNs, circular needles, flyers, magic loop, all kinds of stuff, 2 at a time. And you can learn different techniques, you know. I am currently a DPN person. DPN is double pointed needle. And so I decided I would do that because it runs from June 1st until August 30th, 30 days.
I don't know. Why do you ask me these questions?
Anyway, so I started, and this is my first one. This is my first sock. And you can see it has all the little sock thingies down the side because I'm trying to keep track of how many rows I do so that when I do the second sock, it will be the same size. And I have a contrasting cuff, a contrasting heel, and it's going to have a contrasting toe in a few more rows. So that was that one. That's my, and I have plans for several others. I haven't cast on the next one.
You have the yarn for it.
But I bought the yarn. Oh, that'll be in acquisitions, won't it?
You can do it whenever you want.
All right. All right.
This is our podcast. We do what we want.
We do what we want. We don't follow anybody rules. Rules are for sissies. All right. Somebody knows who this is for. This is the yarn that's going to be the socks that's going to go to the person. Yes, you know who you are. I expect to hear in the comments that you got it. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. But that's going to be, this is Ancient Arts, Light Through the Leaves, Grass, and it's going to be a patterned sock. So that one, the first one you saw had a contrast. This is going to be patterned. It is also going to be on DPNs. My next one, I might venture into some other kind like circulars or magic loop.
Who knows?
Maybe 2 at a time. Whoa. Anyway, so what all is next?
Why don't we do the garden stuff since we've had so much progress?
We have been, I have been gardening.
I planted the seeds for the peppers.
For the peppers and the, what else? You put in the broccoli.
Yeah, and the romaine lettuce.
And the romaine lettuce.
That lettuce won't die.
The lettuce that, well, it probably is pretty far gone now. It's starting to flower, which means it's no good. Okay, so should we go out and show the garden?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on when we get.
Hello. We are outside because it's like 90 degrees and several weeks later and Mom hasn't taken the video yet. But this is the rose bush that was here when we moved. It was very happy with Mom's pruning. Over here we have the dogwood with the pink flowers that doesn't have the pink flowers right now. And the bush that Mom pruned, and it looks a lot better now that it has leaves again. Here's our first tomato plant. With this really big tomato over here. On this side we have a fallen tomato plant, which does have some big tomatoes in there. There. They're not red yet, but they will be. the blueberry bush that is different from the other two. Another fallen tomato plant with some big tomatoes. Over here we have the rosemary, chives, the petunias that are very happy, bee balm that is very happy, and then the lemongrass that's just kind of taken over. And let's see. I don't remember what these are. Mom would know, but she's not out here. Then we have the other two blueberry bushes that are ripe and a fallen tomato plant in the middle with some big tomatoes on it. More blueberries. Mom's yellow daylilies that need to get planted. Our peach tree. Up here we have some flowers that were here when we moved, but I don't know what they are. We also have some pokeberries. There's a berry plant in this hole somewhere. And then to the backyard, we have more tomato plants over here. More tomatoes. If you need tomatoes, Tiffany, Mom and Dad are gonna visit soon. Just ask for a plant. This one's almost red. Then another tomato plant trying to tip over. The Japanese maple, maybe? I don't know plants. We have some pepper plants with some peppers on them. Yeah. Another tomato plant. Another pepper plant. Fallen tomatoes. More peppers. More tomatoes. More tiny peppers. Tiny pepper. More tomatoes. More peppers. And more tomatoes. This is where the rabbit cage is going to go when we get around to putting that together. There's some flowers up there. And onto the deck, where we have lots more tomatoes. Seriously, Tiffany, just ask for some tomatoes. Please, I don't want to eat them. Okay. We have sad little tomato plant. Happier tomato plants with smaller tomatoes than the ones in the ground. This used to be lettuce. These used to be spinach. A cucumber plant that got in a fight with some cats, I think. My strawberry plant. More tomatoes and tiny peppers. I think this was parsley and lemon thyme. More peppers. And then the other cucumber plant that did not get in a fight with cats. It has a big cucumber on it. There is another pepper plant with a tiny pepper. More tomatoes, more tomatoes, more tomatoes. Shockingly, my pineapple plant is still alive and seems to be doing pretty well. Let's see. This is Mom's spearmint. Also thriving, I think. Yeah, houseplants that are currently outside. And this is like the one chive seed I planted that grew. And it's doing okay, I guess. So yeah, that is the garden, I guess. And Mom's palm that survived a cat attack.
Ah, we're back. We're going to have to insert the part with the garden because we don't know the settings for the camera to do outdoors. Unless you want a completely white screen and we could just tell you what's supposedly there. We'll insert that later. So, what have you been up to, Miss?
Summer class.
Summer classes. What are you taking?
Biomedical ethics and Age of the Crusades.
Which one do you like better?
I think the biomedical ethics.
Okay, that's fair. And when do classes end?
On the 2nd, in like 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. That's pretty soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Okay, and what other big news do you have?
I don't know. What? Oh, yeah. I got a summer job because I ran out of money.
Yeah, they don't pay you much over the summer, the scholarship people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you a whole lot, so.
Yeah.
Well, what's new with me? Not a whole lot. The weather's been very hot. We had a week of rain, which was kind of depressing. It was really kind of downer. But now it's hot and humid, and today was just plain hot. We hit 90, 91, 92, I don't know. So it was very hot outside. So basically we're staying inside mainly.
Yep.
We have just been, we haven't been able to go out a whole lot in terms of exercising. We did take a couple of hikes out to Ripplemead and just walk around the big flat. It's a big flat sidewalk kind of area. It's about, what, a little under a mile?
Probably.
A little under a mile to make this big loop. We're talking about going out to the rail trail in West Virginia, which might be interesting. We were going to do it today, but dinner is running very late because our Wi-Fi has crashed for the second time in a week. Apparently, Suddenlink has not been on top of the game lately. So that's a little disappointing. We did have a power outage during the big rainstorms. We had 5 inches of rain that one day. We had like 5 inches of rain. A big thunderstorm came in and actually blew over a tree up the road on Wolf Creek, and that took out the power down here for about, let's see, it was 3 a.m. when it came back on. So it went out around 5:30. So it was out for a good long while. We had already eaten, so that was good. And so that's really been our life here right now. The creek is very nice. They've opened up Town Park and the big splash pad, and so every time you drive by, you see the kids running around, playing in the splash pad, and the little kids, and then the bigger kids are down in the creek, swimming around in there. We need to get into our creek and start swimming around, but it's kind of, I don't know. Gwen told me she saw a snake swimming in the water. So
it was
I'm
like
kind
8 inches. It wasn't a big snake.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to hear that, Tiffany.
It was a snake. But anyway, so Dad has been doing okay. He went in for a bunch of tests, and they all came back pretty much negative. He's waiting on some blood test results that were like a follow-up. So we're waiting on that, but I expect that that's going to be, that's going to be.
Trying to go up the hill or something.
No, she's got a fire going out there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the truck that keeps going up and backing down.
Oh, there's a truck out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Our neighbors have interesting things going on. Well, our neighbor Shirley, for those who know Shirley and Marcia, Shirley's on one side, Marcia's on the other. Shirley just rebuilt her entire deck, which is a wraparound to the back of her house, and it's beautiful. It's huge. I got to tour it the other day, and it's lovely, very lovely, and it's open. It's not covered. Marcia, of course, has the covered deck on the other side. She put in a above-ground swimming pool, and she is getting lots of family visits. People are anxious to get in the swimming pool, I think. So that's good. The birds are still coming. I think a lot of the babies have fledged out, so they're learning to fly all over the area. The wood swallows,
I think that's what
tree
they call
swallows.
them.
The tree swallows there's fewer and fewer of them. I think they're starting to migrate. So, because I know when we moved at the end of July, there were none. So, I think they're getting ready to migrate. The geese down at the duck pond had goslings. There were 6 baby geese. And wow, that was fun to watch. They are some ugly little critters. But their geese buddies are very protective. So no one was getting near those baby geese. I don't know, what else? Anything else?
I don't think so.
Oh, we're down a cat. Sadly, Snowball disappeared. We don't know what became of her, but she has been gone for about a month now. So we are down a dog and a cat. We still have not gotten another dog. The COVID is still keeping all the shelters pretty much closed. You have to make an appointment, and they're posting the dogs online, but they don't do it regularly, and it's just difficult to find a dog. Not sure I want a dog. I'm just don't know. Anyway, so that's really about it. News wise, as I said, we've had hot weather and staying inside mainly. So yeah, Dad's been working down in the shed on some woodworking projects. He's been working on his computer on his photography stuff. And that's about it, which he can't do when the internet crashes. So that's all there is.
Yep.
So with that, we will close out.
Yep.
And we will hopefully see you in about a month with some more interesting things. I will show you more socks. And I don't know, maybe you'll finish your shawl.